Hi, my name is Quanasia, and welcome to my book corner where I talk to you about books or series that I recently read. Today's series or book is on the screen. If you have read it before, continue on with this review. If you have not read it before, please go and read it, girl, and then come on back because I don't want to hear nothing about spoilers, okay? I don't want you to start wanting to tussle because I done said something you ain't read yet, okay? Oh, it's on 17%. Let me hurry up. Hey, boy, hey. We got a new book. It's called Spin. I think it has 3 books in this series. Literally Spin 1, 2, and 3. I believe. Don't quote me on it, okay? But anyways, I'm starting out already. I'm only on 14%. So far, we're starting off with the male main character. He has a son. His wife, who was in the military, was murdered. And now we are on the female main character. Her sister is in jail for doing whatever, and she is now raising her 16-year-old niece that's cutting up, okay? She don't want to put her hands on her niece, but sometimes you need to, tag that ass. Sometimes. Coming home late, smelling like weed, talking back to the teacher's calling home, she fighting at school, or carrying on. Sometimes you just gotta tag that ass. And she'll sit that ass down. So that's where I'm at right now. The female main character, I done forgot. Sorry. The female main character is Tony, and the male main character is Steele. Okay? And this book is by Diamond D. Johnson. Sorry. So far, I'm okay. I haven't read a book in a whole entire week, y'all. Like, literally have not read a book. Have not even looked at Kindle. Well, I'm lying. I looked at Kindle Unlimited. Well, I looked at Kindle to see if there was any books that I was interested in, and I didn't really see a lot. I still have another book. It's called it's a sci-fi fantasy, not sci-fi. It's a supernatural book, fantasy book. I might do a review on that. It's a lot of books under it, and it's probably going to be like the same type of storyline. So I don't know if I'll do a review on it because it's not giving like the books I usually review. When it comes to like fantasy books, and each book in the series is like different characters and carrying on, and like maybe 1 or 2 characters is in the same book. Like, it's kind of hard, I feel like, to review it. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just thinking too deep into it. I'll probably do a review on those books if I feel called to do so. I feel like I do need to because I don't want it to just be one genre of reviews that I'm putting out, because I don't just read one genre. I read a whole bunch of different genres. I'm lying. Anyways, I just don't want it to be urban fiction. I want it to be all the books that I read. You feel me? It's just I haven't been called to do any reviews on any books, and I haven't read any type of book for a entire week. I don't know why. I'm not feeling it. Yeah, I'm just not feeling it. I'm not finding anything that's calling to me that I really want to read. So yeah, but I've already had this book sitting in my library, and I decided to go ahead and read it. Let's hope I don't DNF this motherfucker, because I think what really turned me off is the last series that I read. The last 2 books in that series really pissed me off, so I think that's why I'm just like, let me just take a fucking break from reading. You feel me? Let me know if you've ever felt this way. And I've also have not uploaded any type of video on TikTok either, because I've not been reading. So what am I uploading? Literally, I've not read a thing. Literally, not read a thing. Not even a caption, like, on TikTok. So I'm trying to slowly get myself back into it. I still have books from Christmas and my birthday that I have not read. So, and they're just sitting here collecting dust, child. But it's not moving me to read them. Like, I don't get the go ahead and read these books, girl. I don't know what it is. I'm just not interested. honestly, truthfully. It really could have been them last two books that really just fucked me up. But honestly and truthfully, I'm gonna go ahead and read this book. I just started it, and I'll let you know how I'm really feeling. Like, get to the fucking part. That's how I'm feeling, honestly, truthfully. But again, the book is called Spin by Diamond D. Johnson. Okay. I don't know if I've read any books from her before. I don't think I did any reviews for her either. But let me go ahead and read it. I hope you guys enjoy this review. Okay, bye. Okay, so Brooklyn is Tony's niece, right? Tony doesn't really care for Brooklyn's cousin Rhythm. Rhythm is 18. She just had a baby. Why the fuck, as soon as she get in the car, Rhythm starts talking shit about Tony, and then looks at her outfit and basically starts telling her like, oh, you should have wore something different, blah blah blah. Brooklyn says that she knows that Rhythm is envious of her. Why are you hanging out with this bitch? And don't tell me, oh, she's family. Meanwhile, she's in there. It's 10:30. Her curfew is at 11. She's looking for Brooklyn. She's looking for Rhythm. Can't find her. While her friend is like, oh, I'll take you. Is a guy friend, Sergio. He's like, oh, I'll take you home. They're in the parking lot, and she hear moaning. She's like, ain't no way y'all out here and probably fucking. Why she find out it's her fucking cousin out there getting ran a train on, basically. She getting fucked from behind and sucking dick at the same time. You supposed to be out here with your 16-year-old cousin. You supposed to be looking out for your cousin. And she's like, oh, I'm not going to say anything, blah, blah, blah. Don't go out with that bitch no more before you get caught up. Period. First things first, Rhythm was fucking on her uncle, which is, what's her name? Brooklyn's daddy. Disgusting. She ends up getting pregnant. He tells her to go get an abortion. Brooklyn just found out. That's number one. Number two, still in what's her face finally started fucking. We're happy about that. And he be digging her ass out. We love that. And Zane loves her down. Love that too. Bryson, her student, this is, what's the fucking name? What's this lady name? It just like fled my mind. Tony's student Bryson had a crush on her, popped up at her house, crazy ass nigga. Now he in her car. Still told her about this motherfucker, and she was like, no, he wouldn't do that. Yes, he would, because he's fucking crazy. All of this is going on. It's now the end of the book. Sorry if you hear the fucking firecrackers in the back. It's July 4th, okay? Anyways, y'all, it's getting too good. Tony and Brooklyn move in with Still and Zane. He's loving it. Okay, now Tony Ozier moves back to Miami, and he has a law firm across the street from the college he works at. She's upset about it. Why? Why are you upset that the nigga's across the street? You see him, you keep it pushing. You got a man. What are you so up and under arms for? Why? Why is that something you stressed about? Worry about that crazy ass student on the run that is stalking your ass. Okay? Now, Rhythm is pregnant again with her uncle's baby. This is the second one. He told her she needed to go get another abortion. Girl, oh my gosh. So now she's sitting here talking about something. I'm not getting an abortion. I got to figure out how to take care of me and my kids for the next. I got 9 months to figure out how to take care of me and my kids. Anyways, y'all, it's just. And also, let's get back to Tony. You got in the car and somebody was in the back seat. Why are you still just getting in the car, not checking your car in general? You're not walking around looking in the back seat. You're not walking around looking in the trunk. You just getting in the car. No checking, nothing. Just getting in the car. Like you didn't just go through something 3 weeks ago. Please, ma'am. Please, come on. Use your brain. And then, it's funny. Tony was sitting here not believing still when he told her that her student was stalking her and on some psychopathic shit. And then when she's telling him that his friend, what's his friend name? Kinson, Kyron, some shit. It's with a K. His friend ain't to be trusted. You over here talking about some, nah, I don't think, you think that, nah, that's my friend. He's been my friend for years, blah, 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 blah. Y'all both don't listen. That's your problem. Y'all both do not listen at all. It took your other friend to tell you that that man can't be trusted. And he's been on some, crazy shit. He being a little bit mixy. You feel me? Anyways. So, they had a yard day. It was cool and blah, blah, blah. Kenyon was upset that he wasn't invited. Nigga, you should know why. Honestly, I think the only reason why he's really upset with Still is because he thought for some reason in his head that he saw Tony first and was kind of upset that Still told him chill with that one is mine basically. And he was like, you always get everything, and basically he was tired of that. Tony wouldn't have been feeling you anyway, but that's neither here nor fucking there, because ain't you the runner? Like, what are you talking about? Anyways, after the yacht day, they go to Steele's house, and when they get to the door, not the doorman, the guard, the front gate guard, he basically like, oh, our phones is down, so we couldn't call you, but your pizza guy came 30 seconds before. He's like, nigga, we didn't order no pizza. What he look like? And he said a white man. Now this whole time I'm thinking Bryson is a black guy. It didn't catch on that he was white, but that's neither here nor there. They rush to the house. He's looking at his phone. He sees that there's movement in his backyard. He goes and it's Bryson. So he starts beating Bryson's ass. And Bryson is like, oh, he's in love with Tony. That's like, she loves him. They have something special. He's crazy. Come to find out. And then I think he ends up killing him. He shoots him. Why the fuck Tony got out the car, even though Still told you to stay your ass in the car? What was you going to do, bitch? Why do y'all always do this? Why do y'all write the female characters to do dumb shit like this? It really didn't add anything to the story other than her getting her ass cussed the fuck out. Because what was you gonna do in that situation? Hello, let your man protect you. Duh, bitch. Soon as my man says stay your ass in the car, bitch, I'm pressing that lock button. Ain't nothing getting this motherfucker till my man come back around that corner. Period. Anyways, then the cops come swarming, blah blah blah, and then they find his car and they find his laptop, and he's been watching this lady and having a tracker on her for the past couple of months. He gave her a plaque and she was so happy. She took it to her house and put it in her bedroom. Is that crazy or is that crazy? Why is y'all adding shit to your bedroom from other people? Not even that it could be trackers and cameras and shit in it, but the juju on it. Like, why would y'all even want to bring that in my house? If he brought me something like that, it's probably going to stay at work. I would not be bringing anything anybody gave me home. That's number one. Number two, she finds out that he's been watching her because he had a webcam in there basically this whole time. Okay, watching her grade papers, watch her naked, watch her sleep, watch her fuck a man, watch her walk around naked. And she was so fucking shook up. She didn't even want to talk to anybody. And it's like, but Still told you and peeped it when he saw that man get off the elevator. He peeped it and told you. But your ass, no, nah, nah. Y'all motherfuckers think y'all know y'all students that quick? He seems so nice. It doesn't look like he could do that. The nice ones be the craziest ones. Come on now. And Tony old enough to have watched Lifetime. Them Lifetime movies let you know what's up. Too many scenarios really be out there like that. Too many people who are obsessed with people. And he probably wouldn't have even stopped, even if he did go to jail and got treatment. He probably was going to be right back on that street to find your ass. So it's good for still to let that man go up off this earth. Now, will he be stalking you in spirit? We don't know, Miss Girl. Don't know. That's a different type of help you gonna need for that. But anyways, let me finish this book. Child whopped him, found out where Rhythm was living. She moved to a hotel room, and he said, I thought I told you to get rid of it. She talked about, no, I'm keeping my baby. He shot her ass up. And that was the end of book 2. I'm now reading book 3. What she thought was gonna happen, he kept threatening her ass, say he was gonna kill her. Hello? Okay, I finished book 3 last night, but I finished it late last night, and my husband was sleeping, so I couldn't come back and tell you what all went on. Okay. So Rhythm got shot up. Okay, we left off there, I think. And Brooklyn was watching TV, and it came on the news, and she was like, what the hell? And then she, looked scared, and her aunt was like, bitch, tell me what the fuck you been holding on to, because you not telling the whole story. So she finally comes out and tell her why she don't want to go to her grandma's house, and why she hasn't really been talking to her father. So she was like, oh my gosh, right? And I think she tells her sister, not Brooklyn, Tony tells her sister Temperance, who's in prison, by the way, and the sister like, oh, when I find that nigga, I'm finna kill him, period. So then they go over to the grandma's house where Rhythm used to live at, and the grandma's in there sad and stuff. The crazy thing is, Rhythm's mama, who left her high and dry, went on to live her fucking life, was sitting in the house. For what fucking reason? This your child, and you don't give a damn about her. You didn't give a damn about her before, and now that she's gone, now you want to sit up in here. Take your ass back home and act like nothing happened, like you usually do. But that's neither here nor there. She goes in the room, talks to her grandmother, and she finally comes out to the grandmother and tell her, listen, my dad has been hunching on your granddaughter, and she got pregnant before I had an abortion, and this baby that she was pregnant with, because they found out that she was pregnant, so this baby she was pregnant with his baby as well. So he came in the room. Oh, by the way, Tony and Steele was with her, right? So before all of this, he was acting all big and bad that Tony and Brooklyn was living with still, because he didn't want Brooklyn to be living with some nigga. That's what he said. But he don't help raise her, don't send no money for her, no nothing, okay? So Still basically got on his ass and was just like, if you got a problem with it, step, bitch. And he said, okay, bet. Did he ever step? No. So anyways, after Tony had found out this information and said, okay, you gotta tell your grandmother, Still was like, I'm gonna go with you, because that nigga gonna be there and I don't trust him. So they get there, whatever. She's in the room talking to her grandmother, and WAP come running in, trying to stop whatever's going to be said, but she told her anyway. And the grandmother looked at him, and he's like, Ma, she's crazy, she lying, don't believe her, blah blah blah. And the grandmother said, this whole time I've been leaving the house and leaving just you two in here, and this has been going on under my nose. And also, the mother, Temperance, and Tony was like, they used to always say like, that little girl is dressing inappropriate with her uncle in the house. But I hate when people do that. Like, you gotta dress a certain way in front of the males in your family, but this is showing why there's some people that say you need to dress a certain way in front of your, well, first of all, they shouldn't even be around your fucking kids. If you have to have your kids dressed a certain way, and put on outside clothes when they come over, because you don't want them to look at your daughters, that means you got a predator in your family, and they do not need to be around your family at the fuck all. That's what the fuck that means. So I don't understand why some families feel the need when men come around as family members that you gotta cover up and shit and be walking around like a nun so they don't notice you. If that's your family, they not looking at you any other way, but that's my family. Especially if they help raise your ass. But that's neither here nor there. So anyways, Temperance and Tony and their friends was like, yeah, she was walking around with like tank top, her titties out, her ass out. That's because he was fucking on her. He's been fucking on her for months. And I feel like it probably was longer than that. But that's neither here nor there. So anyways, grandmother was like, that's fucking crazy, get the fuck out, blah 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 blah. And Temperance called him and told him, you know, I'm gonna find a way. If you touch my baby, I'm gonna find a way to get your ass. Period. I may be in prison, but I know people, motherfucker. So anyways, after that is done, everybody's like, what the fuck? They finally call the cops. Now he's on the run. He's on the run. Okay. The bitch that he was hunching on, who's educated, got a good job. Y'all always mess with the bums for some fucking reason. But anyways, the bitch that he was messing with, who's educated and got a job, she finds out she's pregnant. She tells him that she's pregnant, and he's like, go get rid of that shit. Go get rid of that shit right the fuck now. And she's like, oh, that's what you gonna say to me, blah blah blah. Yes, bitch. You know I ain't got no money. I live with my mama. What you think? Why would you, first of all, why would you sit there and get pregnant by that nigga? He only come by to hunch on you and then bounce. Sometimes us educated women be dumb as hell. You be so smart and so slow at the same time. I do not understand it, some of y'all. I do not get it. But everybody has a season to be dumb as hell. Now your season might be a very long one, but I prayed for the rest of y'all that is very short, or you don't have that season at all. Period. Because what the hell? A lot of us made some dumbass decisions, and I'm looking back at some of mine, it's like, girl, what? But anyways, thankfully they were short. Okay, amen. Anyways, the funeral goes on, and you know, the baby was crying. He was trying to get to his mama. It was very sad. Brooklyn said Rhythm looked like she was just in a deep sleep. She looked beautiful. Everybody was crying. The grandmother was about to fall out. Like, it was a whole thing. She said she could not go to the burial because that was just too much. It was too much. Kenyon, right, called the cops on one of Kari's houses, but he had cleaned house before Kenyon had got the cops. So it sounded like, but we gonna get there. So anyways, the cops came and raided the house, but there was nothing to be found. So Kari calls still in like, I gotta kill this nigga, right? Because what the fuck. And so still is telling him, oh no, like, hold off, blah blah blah, let's just go talk to him. Sir, your girl told you need to be watching him. Your friends are telling you he's moving different. He's on social media acting a fucking plumb fool, and you are sitting here talking about something. Let's go talk to him. Nah, you gotta do what you gotta do with that motherfucker, because he ain't gonna let it go. He's not going to let it go. Period. Okay, they go see him. They go pull up on him. Damn near about to beat his ass. Why did a cop come and like check up on him or whatever? They find out that he's working with the police. Now you really gotta get rid of him. So still was like, I got a good feeling, and my gut feeling is telling me you got to get rid of that man, because he is going to come for you. Any chance he got, he's gonna come from you, and he ain't gonna stop. Period. So then they get engaged. Still and Tony gets engaged. Cute. That man be digging her out, and I love that. I love to read that, because oof, he be tearing her every which way but loose, and I love that. She loves it, right? All 11 inches. Lord God. So anyways, they get engaged. Ozier, the ex of Tony, hears about it, and he gets in his feelings because of what? He feel like when he came back that he was going to try again with Tony, talk about that's the love of his life. So his friend had to check him like, sir, You left and went to Washington, and you wasn't worried about no fucking Tony. No. You was worried about getting your dick wet. You wasn't worried about her. You thought that she was gonna be sitting around waiting for your fucking ass while you was out here getting fucked on. And then you, after you was done, knew what you was doing. You said, okay, let me go back home and get to my girlfriend because she's the love of my life. But your girlfriend has moved on and found somebody better than you. So instead of him just letting go and letting go and giving it to God, he decides he's gonna do what he wanna do and upload some old ass pictures of old Tony when he was younger. Now he did, I don't think he had any sex videos, sex tapes, because he said Tony wasn't going for that. But if he did have sex tape, he probably would have posted that via the blogs. He goes to the blogs, and everybody in the comments like, sir, that's old Tony and she got a new man, get the fuck over it. They call him a bitter bitch because that's exactly what he was acting like. So Still said, told Tony, I got you. I'm going to handle his ass. And handle his ass he did. He went over there to his company, to his firm, told the receptionist, call that nigga, bring him to the office. He came to the office and he beat his ass. And then he told him, take your ass back on to Washington. And Washington, he went back. He put that shit up for sale and didn't come back. He learned his lesson. Leave that lady alone. She told you she didn't want you. Then she had to cuss out Coach Terry, I think that's his name, his old ass, and his feelings. Talk about some, I got money, I could have, that's all you got. You probably got erectile dysfunction and don't nobody want to deal with that with your old ass. You in your 60s trying to get some money in their 30s. Okay? You a little bit under half her age. Sit your hot ass down somewhere. Okay? You get somebody your age, you all in this lady face, want her to be all up under you because you got a couple millions. Her man got more. Leave her the fuck alone. So she had to cuss his ass out in the grocery store, and he ain't ever talked to her again after that. Good job. Good job. See, she was trying to be nice to you, but you can't be nice to every nigga. So after that, everybody is squared away. Oh, Kenyon ends up getting killed by somebody else, not any of the guys. They're planning their wedding for Christmas. She had the baby. It was a baby girl. Kaylani, I think that's what they call her. Don't get me wrong, but I think that's what they call her. And everybody is loving her, blah, blah, blah. It was a cute ending, happy ending. Oh, and Rhythm's baby is living with his dad now, and his dad also got engaged or married or something to whoever he's with. One thing about the baby daddy is he did take care of his child. It wasn't like he just left her to take care of the child on her own. He took care of his responsibilities. He did feel bad for how he treated her whilst she was alive. That's his guilt. That's what he's gonna have to deal with. I'm gonna say for the grandmother, she felt like she shouldn't have treated her the way she treated her because, you know, a lot of the people that was in her life wasn't on good terms with her once she died. Also, when she was in a hotel room calling Brooklyn, they sent her $75 or more. She told her, like, if anything happens to me, it's because your daddy. And lo and behold, she died because of the daddy. He did feel regret. Now let's get on to Wop. Wop ends up going to Louisiana, Baton Rouge, working in a car wash, right? I don't know why he thought nobody would recognize him, but that's neither here nor there. I don't know why he thought nobody would recognize him. Before he got to Baton Rouge, he was somewhere in Alabama, and he was going back into the hotel room. He was running low on money, and he had went to go get him some food. And on the news was him. He was wanted, and the front desk was like, looked at him, looked at the TV, looked at him. It was like, is that true? He was like, fuck no, that's not me. Why he ran to the elevator, got in the elevator, and ran down the stairs and got his car and pulled the fuck out because cops was finna be on his ass. Anyways, he gets to Baton Rouge and he's working at this car wash, and the girl was like, oh, let's go out, let's go out to eat, let's hang out, blah blah blah. and we don't have to have sex, I just want to hang out, blah 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 blah. Now him just thinking with his dick, he was like, sure, why the fuck not? He ain't ever think like, why this bitch who's clearly out of his league wants to hang out with him. But that's neither here nor there. He goes up to the dining with her. They're sitting there talking, and then she says something that like sends chills. I forgot what she said, but she says something to him, and then he hears the door open into the diner. He looks back and there's a bunch of cops. He gets arrested. He's now going to be in jail for life. And he was talking about how he now has to eat stale bread and coffee that tastes like dirt and nasty ass oatmeal, whatever the case, for the rest of his life, because he's going to be in here forever. Wait till they find out what he's in there for. Yeah. When they find out that you in there for killing your niece, and not only did you kill your niece, but you was hunching on her and got her pregnant, oh baby, it's a wrap for you. So yeah. So after all of this, everything calmed down. She had her baby. Tony had her baby, and it was a cute, happy ending. They're planning their wedding for December, and Brooklyn is looking at colleges. She's trying to go away to school and live her best life. Her mom has 4 years left. She was crying because now both of her parents are in prison. None of them is out. Both of them are in prison, and she was upset about that. And she's not, I don't think she's ever really going to talk to her father if she's smart, but the women in her family don't seem to be that smart at all. He said that, WAP said that his sister blocked his phone calls and his mama blocked his phone calls. She said she just wasn't into talking to him right now. I don't know what the sister mad about, because I mean, hey, you left your daughter over there and didn't look back, but that's neither here nor there. You need to be upset with yourself. Okay, you just found a reason not to talk to that nigga no more, and you happy about that. Anyways, that's the end of the book. It was very good. If you've read this book before, comment down below and comment down below and tell me what you think. I absolutely enjoyed it. Besides the typos and the misnaming of characters, I enjoyed the book. Okay. Go ahead and read it if you haven't read it. I hope y'all did read it. I say this every fucking time. I hope y'all read it before y'all heard this review. Okay? Anyways, y'all go ahead, have a great weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Y'all off work. Don't worry about work. Worry about popping that ass. It's summertime. Go out in these streets and have a good one. Okay? Be safe. Bye.